What's up, Leo? Welcome to your September 2020 general reading. This is going to be for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Now, please keep in mind that it isn't going to resonate with all of you, Leo, so definitely check out your Moon, Rising, and your Venus, okay? I want to thank you guys for coming to the channel. If you're new, what's up? My name is Danny. If you're returning, hello. I hope you guys had a great birthday. Considering the state of the world, I hope that you guys were still able to do whatever it is that you wanted to do, okay? Let's get into the reading because I've already pulled the cards. I don't want to lose any messages. This month is really interesting. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening, but not. Do you know what I mean? I think that has a lot to do with Mars going retrograde on the 9th, right? So Mars will be going retrograde on the 9th, which will last about till, what, November 13th-ish? Mars is the planet of how we take action, show aggression, how, where our drive shows up. And it has a lot to do with our sexual nature and our sexual drive, right? But whenever planets are in retrograde, there isn't much movement or action to be done. It's really more a time of reassessing and reviewing so that we can move forward and, learn from the lessons, right? Now, you guys have two major arcanas that are showing up here. The first one is the Fool, which is actually sitting as your, what is this? Underlying energy. What's underneath, under the scene, what we can't really see. So definitely there's new beginnings here for you guys. Definitely, with the Fool card, there's so many beginning cards, cards in the tarot that signify a beginning. But with the Fool card, it's always a risk that has to be involved, right? Not only that, there's like this childlike nature that goes along with it. So being free enough and being foolish enough to kind of frolic and experiment and see what there is out there and not be so closed-minded and not carry the baggage and the weight of the world and our past with us, right? So that's really, really exciting stuff. And then right underneath that, you've got Miss Janet, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, with the Chariot card. So that's Cancer energy, but that's about success and victory and moving forward. So really, really good. I think you guys are moving on to great things. Another thing to be mindful of this month for you guys is what's really going to be lit up is your second house, right? Second house is all about value. It's about possessions, wealth, money, whatever it is that we value, really. It's Taurus energy. So that for you, since we are in Virgo season, is a big deal. So probably a lot having to do with that. You guys reassessing what it is that you value in terms of your relationships, your money, your time, whatever it is. Also, 8th house energy is really big for you guys with this Pisces full moon that's coming up on the 2nd. So in a few days here. 8th house energy is Scorpio energy. It's all about death and rebirth and sex and regeneration and all that. So that in itself is big if we're talking about transformations. There's big things leaving and coming and all that. And what's really, really interesting is I pulled your cards, Leo, and at first I'm like, oh shit, like is there a stalker alert going on? Like, does Leo need to be worried about something? Because what I pulled first was Page of Swords, Nine of Wands, and Knight of Wands. Now, Page of Swords, we know traditionally, pages are messengers. It is a younger energy, more of an inexperienced or immature energy, right? And a Page of Swords is typically known to be like someone who spies. It's a spy card, right? But this is about messages coming forward. Since it is such a young energy, it may not have the finesse, that we would like or that we need. But we're going to look into that. But seeing the Page of Swords sitting next to the Nine of Wands is what I got that stalker energy from. Nine of Wands energy is someone who's like almost has anxiety in terms of like it's hard for them to move forward on things, right? Because this is someone who has experienced heartbreak or drama, troubles, all this stuff. So even though they are in a place where they have the ability to move forward, they are apprehensive about it. And it's also someone who oftentimes is looking over their back. So I don't know if some of y'all are having some situations where maybe like you're dealing with an ex who is showing out, showing up and showing out type thing. But that is a little concerning. Now, some of you guys, it could be someone that you, I don't know, I'm getting this shared children with. Maybe you guys are dealing with an ex who is upset. Maybe you guys have a family. And I say that because Queen of Pentacles to me, like she's she's like the mommest mom of the moms to me, right? This is someone who, she's like, in my mind, like she's like the soccer mom who takes everybody and their friends to practice. She might have her own business. She's very involved. She's a great mom. She's a great wife. She's very money connected, very down to earth, maybe outdoorsy, that type of energy. And pages, of course, can also talk about children. So this could be someone that you guys share children with, whether it's a man or a woman, right? Don't pay attention to the genders. I'm only speaking to the genders that are on the card, but it doesn't matter. This is general. This could also be someone who you have business with or share some type of a business with. This could actually be around work and around business. And this could also be like you kind of peeping the scene, especially if you guys are at a place where you're kind of ready to move on to something new, right? If you're looking around, you're like, does this job value me? Do I value it? Do I even care? Is this where I belong? That type of thing. I'm feeling some of that energy too. Now, with this Nine of Wands, what's coming out is Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is interesting. Fours in tarot are always like a pause moment. There's not much action being taken, but you see how this person is like holding on to these pentacles for dear life. So whenever we do that, it's because we're afraid of losing something, right? Pentacles, yes, they, you know, talk about money, but it talks about what we value in general. So someone who's holding on to something so fucking tight, like for dear life, it's generally because they're afraid they're going to lose it. So this could be you guys trying to hold on. I don't know if someone's trying to take something from you. I'm not really comfortable with this energy though of this Page of Swords with the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. This could even be for those of you who are like new to the dating scene. If let's say you've met someone, especially if they're maybe like a earth or air sign. So Virgo, Cap, Taurus, Libra, Gem, Aquarius. And this could be like you holding back with these Four of Pentacles, right? Because you're afraid of what this could mean, or you're afraid of, you know, moving forward. You're afraid of getting your heart broke, that type of a thing. Of course, this is general, so take it as it resonates. But I say that as well because you do have the King of Cups, which is showing up here at the bottom of the deck. So this could have to do with a relationship. This could have to do with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But I feel like this is something where there's emotions involved, but it feels like almost you're trying to hold back emotions. But for some of you, I just want you to be careful because I feel like there's someone who kind of is trying to like keep up with you and what it is that you're doing, where you're going, who you're with, where you're spending your funds. There's some spy activity going on. Now, in terms of in terms of love, Knight of Wands here, this is someone who likes to date, right? This is someone who is single. This is someone who is oftentimes known as a player because Knight of Wands, they don't stay anywhere they don't want to be, right? This is someone who leads or lets their passions lead them. They're not stuck or married to the idea of something just because they're supposed to. They do what they want to do. Now, what's interesting is you've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So you've got a fast moving energy with the slowest moving energy. Now, the fastest moving energy is Knight of Swords, which you do have that too. That's actually your last card. So there's a lot of knight action, which knights do talk about action. This could also be you guys dating other people. So like there could be like a fire sign, a earth sign, and a air sign in your energy, in your aura, in your vicinity, in your area that you guys are interested in. I do feel like the focus though, although maybe some of you guys could be dating, I do feel like there is more focus though on the practical things, on the home, on the money, on the possession. So although you might be out there having a good time, it just feels like you're moving slow in that if you are connecting with people, which I actually think is okay. That's actually quite fine. I think it's important if you are someone who's dating, like if this is something that's, it sounds like it's resonating pertaining to relationships, you know, with that Knight of Pentacles coming out next, or like clarifying the Knight of Wands, I think it's really important to slow down and really get to know what it is that you're coming in contact with and who you're coming in contact with. In terms of money, you guys got goals, like big goals. A lot of this has to do with like your home. So your home life, whether this is buying a home or just like how you are in your home life. With all these pentacle action, all this pentacle stuff, a lot of you guys are saving for new things. And it feels like there might be something that you guys are slowly trying to create or build on. Now, in your environment, you have the Two of Pentacles that's being clarified by the Three of Cups. That's really, really interesting. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of you guys are probably out there dating and kind of juggling maybe a few people. And maybe this Page of Swords could be there. There's someone there who I don't feel... I don't feel they're one who is down for you dating them and other people. Let's just put it like that. Three of Cups is that energy of happiness and serendipity, things to celebrate. This is an energy of being out with friends. So I think that's really good. Some of you guys might be starting to slowly go out more, or at least be with your friends more. But there is this juggling, right? When we get to Two of Pentacles, it's almost like you can't make a decision. What are we trying to do? This could be someone who is kind of juggling you because they feel like you've got kind of like player vibes. And they don't know if they should take you seriously. I just feel like there's a lot of people involved, especially in terms of dating. And so, you know, someone's weighing up their options for sure, whether this is you or them. Strength and the Hierophant card. We got the Strength card with MJB, which represents you guys, right? But like Strength card has a lot to do with divine feminine strength. It doesn't have much to do with the abrasiveness of the masculine energy, right? If we're looking about like the original depictions, you've got the woman who's holding the lion's mouth open, which who does that? And the power is really within the women. It's not within the woman. It's not within the lion. So whenever we get strength, it implies that there's something we need strength for. I think a lot of you guys are at a place where you would like a certain type of a commitment, right? With this Hierophant card, because Hierophant does talk about commitment. It does talk about tribes. It talks about marriage. It talks about spirituality even. And maybe you guys trying to find someone who really fits your ideal partnership goals, you know? But I don't know, almost like there's a frustration that you guys haven't found it. Devil card is coming out next at the bottom of the deck. Devil card is Capricorn energy. Also has to do with what has power over you, right? Also has to do with toxic behaviors and letting that go, whether it be behaviors, thoughts, people. My hand is itching. Maybe y'all are getting some money coming in too. We do have this pentacle, so I do want to say that. Maybe I'm getting some money. I'll take that. I don't know. I feel like there's confusion around you guys not knowing what to do, because I don't feel like you necessarily want to be out here being perceived as a player. I think you guys have good intentions, but I think also due to life and experiences and just where you're at right now, it's hard to tell who's loyal and who's not. It's hard to tell who's here for the right reasons and who's not. And I think you guys are having a hard time kind of deciphering that, especially in terms of love right now. Now, Knight of Swords is the last card in the deck. If you guys are dealing with an abrasive air sign specifically, I feel like you'll be walking away from that. We got the Six of Swords that's clarifying that. Six of Swords is about moving away from these turbulent, wavy-ass waters and going to where things are a little bit more calm and collected. I just feel like there's someone around you who's very abrasive with their words. They probably talk out of turn. They probably have expectations of you that they really have no business having, because you're not their man or you're not their girl type thing. It's funny, this Page of Swords and Knight of Swords, this almost feels like the same person, or like, you know, Knight of Swords is just a step up from Page of Swords in terms of maturity, but the Knight of Swords is the most fast-moving person of all, or fast-moving knight of all the knights. This is someone who oftentimes puts their foot in their mouth because they just say things without thinking, or someone who can like really pop off at the tongue, which, look, I think we talked about this last month. Mars being in Aries, a lot of people are prone to popping off right now, because this is just a time where kind of universe throws situations in front of our face that, like, to see how we would react to it, right? I don't know. It just feels like there's someone around you who could be a bit abrasive. And I don't think you'll be dealing with that much longer if that's what you were dealing with. It just doesn't feel calm for your spirit, I feel like. I feel like there is someone coming in, and I feel like you do have options around you, but I don't think that this air sign specifically is it. And it may not even be an air sign. It could just be someone who's displaying those types of characteristics, someone who's, you know, a big communicator. But in this case, their communication is immature. Knight of Swords is still immature communicate. Like, this isn't a king or a queen. Like, this isn't someone who's a master at what they do. This is someone who oftentimes still has a lot to learn, which we all have a lot to learn in different areas. But this is someone who doesn't have the finesse. They don't have the, you know, this could also be someone who's moving much faster than you're trying to move. Because remember, this Knight of Pentacles is over this Knight of Wands. So although I feel like a lot of you guys are out there dating and like peeping the scene, there's someone who's wanting to move a lot faster than you. And I don't think you're there, because I feel like you've got options and they're like, yo, what's up? Like, I thought you liked me. I definitely like you. Like, what are we waiting for? And you're just like, girl or boy or whatever, you know. Yeah, I think you guys are gonna be moving away from something, and this could be actually happening really soon, and this could have a lot of to do with the influence of the full moon, right? Full moons a lot of times show completions of things, right? So, you know, and again, with this full card being at the bottom of the deck, unseen energy, it just feels like something's coming to a completion with something or somebody, and you guys are moving on to something better. But I feel like someone's kind of doing too much. There's definitely some stalker vibes here. I don't know that y'all are feeling it. I think you're dating around, trying to really figure out where you belong, and this person's trying to pull you back in. Okay, so you guys got, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Beautiful. When I am connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Right. So just being in your happy place and being mindful of the energies that are around you, the people that are around you, the types of, you know, people don't understand how big of an effect that has to do with us, right? It's very mindful, or it's very important that we're mindful and protect our own energies, right? So then you guys got worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So for you singles, you know, stay optimistic, because somebody's coming in and looks like they'll be worth waiting for. Now, you also got exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. I love this, and I love that you guys got this actually in Virgo season, because Virgo season, you know, Virgo is in charge of 6th house. That is about work and service and health. You know, it has a lot to do with our health. So this is a good time to really pick up some really good healthy habits, you know, not only for your physical body, but for your emotional body too. The quickest way to change emotion is through motion. So just in terms of like feeling better, if you're feeling a little down or like a little sluggish, the best thing you could do for yourself is to like take a walk or do some type of exercise, get your body moving, right? It changes how we feel. So I think this is a really good reading for you guys. I'm really curious to see how this plays out. Of course, be careful. I feel like there's someone who's just a little too for you guys and you're not really feeling it. You will come to that conclusion. You'll see. If you would like a personal reading, definitely reach out to me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. I love you guys very much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, Leo.